Hello, I'm Jose, and this is the Cinematic Dogma podcast. I'm joined, as every week, by my highly awarded friend, Blake.
Did you predict I would join you today?
I did predict, and I actually was right. I wish that I had bet something for it. But yeah, it's just a bit of a spoiler. I'm not going to be leaving a spoiler mark here, but today is going to be an special episode. It's we're going to be doing a Oscar prediction when there is very little more than 24 hours before the big party of the movies.
Gay Christmas.
start.
Gay Christmas is here.
I love that. I belong to a choir, and they don't skip most holidays. It's a bit more it's Thanksgiving. It's fuck you, you're going to come on Sunday. So we don't care. It's on Sunday you're going to be here. But they used to actually skip the Oscar Sunday.
It's a holy day. We need to
It's a
observe.
holy day.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, what we're going to be doing here, we're going to be doing two special episodes. On this first one, we're going to go over 10 categories, the 10 main categories for us. And we're going to be stating which do we think that should win and what do we think that would win.
Yep. So just two big choices for each. Who do we think should win? Who do we think will win? And that's separated between the two of us. We haven't compared notes yet. So.
Nope. So it's going to be hilarious. And then the second part, we will publish as a follow-up after the Oscars.
About
as close as possible.
inevitably how disappointed I am in the Academy. So that's coming.
Yeah, as every single year, But you remember when Everything Everywhere All at Once won? And it was one of your favorite movies of that year. Never forget.
Let's move on.
So the categories that we're going to be discussing is Best Cinematography, Best Supporting Actress and Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor and Actor, Best Adapted and Original Screenplay, Best Director, Best International Film, and Best Picture.
Yep, those are the 10 big ones.
Yep, at least for us. It's I don't want to insult anyone that listen to us and it works in sound.
We just don't have the technical skill set to discuss editing or songs.
But you're implying that we have the right technical knowledge.
Oh no, I am a very talented actor. I'm qualified.
Yeah, it's did you play a tree in a high school showing theater play? But let's start from the beginning. Best cinematography. Who do you want to win this award?
All right, so the 5 nominees are The Brutalist, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, Maria, and Nosferatu. I think that The Brutalist should win. It's beautiful. It's really beautifully shot. I think that the Academy is going to throw Dune Part 2 a bone and give the award to Dune Part 2, which will kill me inside, but that's what I think is going to happen. So The Brutalist should win, but Dune is going to win.
That's super interesting because for me, it's who do I want to win is Nosferatu. I think the cinematography was the only saving grace of that movie. The rest, super forgettable. But who do I think that is going to win is The Brutalist.
Oh, so we're flip-flopped.
We're flip-flop. Yeah.
All right. Okay, that'll be an interesting one.
I think that is the kind of visual language, at least from what I saw on the on trailers, because I didn't have the patience for 3 hours and a half to watch this movie. Is that I think that is the kind that is going to be resonating, the big scale, classic Hollywood style, but with real scenarios. So.
Yeah. I just, side note, in my old age, I don't have tolerance for super long films. If you do watch The Brutalist at some point, it doesn't feel that long. I'm just saying that. I'm not recommending the movie. I'm just saying it doesn't feel that long. Okay.
One friend that I was hanging out with yesterday, he told me that he watched it and he says, dude, it has a intermission. A break. Intermission. Yeah, sorry. It has an intermission and it's actually baked into the movie. It's the movie keeps running for 15 minutes or whatever is the time. It's they cannot skip it. It's a bit more that this is the experience that you're getting. Doesn't matter that you're watching it now or you're watching it in 20 years. Is that
You're going to get that.
Yeah, you're getting the break.
Is that the way the Hateful Eight is? On the Blu-ray, does it have the break in it? I think it does.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, but I don't remember. We watched it in Netflix, no? I don't remember if they had like a break of 10 minutes runtime.
They're just sitting there streaming Netflix. All right.
But yeah, it would be hilarious. At least it's a creative decision. I guess, moving on. Best performance by an actress in a supporting role. I can read the nominees. We can rotate. The nominees are Zoe Saldana for Emilia Perez, Ariana Grande for Wicked, Isabella Rossellini for Conclave, Monica Barbaro for A Complete Unknown, and Felicity Jones for The Brutalist. So I think that you went first on the previous one. I was asking you before we started recording if it was okay to choose who do we want to win and who do we think that is going to win, because my pick is for both Ariana Grande.
In a serious, that's your serious choice? I haven't seen the movie, I'm just asking.
It's my serious choice.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, but it was more like because I was like mind blown of saying like, oh, this girl is pretty freaking good for comedy. Is like the timing of the comedy is like is top notch. It's not going to be like the For the Ages, but I think that for right now, it surprised me a lot.
Interesting.
And I think that the Academy can resonate from the this is like the bomb for just giving it like to younger audience and like the popular vote.
All right. Well, I have not seen Wicked, and contrary to what I said earlier, I actually have a really hard time identifying good versus bad performances. So I'm historically just bad at predicting these things. But I think that Isabella Rossellini deserves this. I think she's fantastic in almost everything she does, but she was really, really, really great in Conclave. Yeah. I don't think she will win because for some reason the Academy seems to just love like humping Felicity Jones, and I don't get it. I don't think she's that talented, but I think she's gonna win another Oscar. Or has she won another one? I know she was nominated for the end of the Story of Everything.
The Story of Everything. No, she was nominated. She didn't win. She was nominated for The Theory of Everything.
The Theory of Everything. So this will be, at least her second Oscar nomination. But I do think she's going to win this time.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Let's just move then to Best Actress. Do you want to go over the nominees?
I do. So the nominees for Best Actress are Cynthia Erivo. Did I pronounce that right? For Wicked.
I think so.
Carla Sofia Gascon for Emilia Perez, Mikey Madison for Anora, Demi Moore for The Substance, and Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here. So some really great performances. I haven't seen all of them, but I've seen 4. I am choosing that Mikey Madsen should absolutely, hands down, win this category. I think that Demi Moore will win, and I'm not going to be that upset about it because she was pretty good, and she more or less deserves a Lifetime Achievement Award.
So funny enough, that's exactly my pick.
All
is
right.
that Mickey Madison should win. Demi Moore is the one that is going to win. I had the feeling that similar to Jamie Lee Curtis, that is like this is not like amazing actresses. They have always been like a bit on the borderline of are they good, are they bad? Is like they're fine, they're fun on some of the stuff that they do, and as you said, it's a bit more of a towards end of career that it can be like a recognition of hey, we don't want to go always like to the 20-something-year-old girls. Is that we also want to go like for the over 40 that they are not Meryl Streep.
And nobody's going to say this, but a little bit of this would be for Bruce Willis and the fact that she's going to visit him every week. So, I mean, there's a lot there that she would get the Oscar for, in my opinion.
Yeah. But it's not a lot related to the acting in the movie.
Agreed. Not that she's horrible. It's just not the best of last year. So.
Yeah, I agree. And I was like the 5 nominees, and for me, Demi Moore is not the worst, There is a worst. Let's just leave it like that. I won't say who, and then like the other four that I feel like, oh, okay, yeah, they're all good. Mickey Madison is just mind blowing. I was talking with a friend yesterday, and I was saying like, look, the nuance of how the character evolves on each one of the acts is mind blowing.
Yep.
Is the ending is so devastating just because of how she nuanced this character.
She blew my mind.
Yeah. Okay, let's move to best performance by by an actor in a supporting role. The nominees are Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain, Edward Norton for A Complete Unknown, Yura Borisov for Anora, Guy Pearce for The Brutalist, and Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice. Who do I want to win? It would be Kieran Culkin. Well, the audience is not going to be able to see your face, your surprised face of what?
I just made a face of surprise. It's not that I don't like him. I haven't seen the film. It was pure surprise. That's it. Keep going.
Yeah, I watched A Real Pain, and I had a feeling that Kieran Culkin does one role, and he does it amazingly well. But he does one character, and he plays it in Succession, he plays it in other movies, he plays it here too, and he just tinkers a tiny bit with it about like how this specific character is broken. He adds like different elements to it. But I think that this one is like a perfect fit. It's like the casting is sublime for him. So he does like a pretty charismatic character that is very likable for other people, but his cousin that he's traveling with is like he hates him because it's like, dude, just get your life together. It's like just at some point you need to move on from the tragedies that you actually went through. So it's I don't know, I liked him. It's like he actually portrays like pretty nuanced, not like Mickey Madison, but I felt like it's like, hey, this is like proper human character, like nuance in the right manners.
I respect that. That matches with everything I've read about that film, and I do like him as an actor more or less.
Yeah. And who do I think that is going to win is Jeremy Strong. I don't know much about The Apprentice, but I had the feeling that right now the Oscars are going to be like doing a bit of hey, we want to give a random Oscar to a movie where Trump is portrayed in a not too positive light.
Yeah, I can see it. Just big fuck you.
Yep. What about you?
So this category was particularly tough for me. I chose the person who should win as Edward Norton, even though I haven't seen A Complete Unknown, and I picked him as the person who will win. And the only reason is because I've only seen in this category Anora and The Brutalist, and Guy Pearce was good, but I don't think it was particularly exceptional. And I don't even remember who Yura was in Anora. So I just pick Edward Norton from historical. That's literally the only reason I'm picking him.
Yeah, Yura was the hitman that it was like the most sane, quiet of all of them.
That's what I figured, the one that at the very end brings her home. We're not reviewing it, no.
So, best performance by an actor in a leading role. Do you want to read the nominees?
Actor in a leading role, yes. So we have Adrian Brody in The Brutalist, Timothée Chalamet in A Complete Unknown, Coleman Domingo in Sing Sing, Ralph Fiennes in Conclave, and Sebastian Stan, The Apprentice. So I have chosen that Ralph Fiennes should win. He just should win most awards, I think. He's very talented, and he's very good in this category, and I do think he's among the best. I really do feel that way. I do think that probably the Academy is going to give it to Timothée Chalamet. I think this is his year.
Yep. Funny enough, is that for me is exactly the same. It's like I think that Ralph Fiennes is who should win. I think that he does like a very good role of just like keeping everything together, and he sells that thriller.
Yeah,
it's like Isabella Rossellini does great too, but it's like he carries it like in a believable manner, like through some of the most bizarre turns that he has. Is that he's very grounded for just carrying this forward.
When you hear people talk about actors and they say whether or not an actor can carry an entire film on their back, And I've always wondered, what does that mean exactly? And you see Ray Fiennes, he literally carries that entire movie, and a lesser actor wouldn't have made that movie work, and he just does. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I think that Conclave is like a really good movie. We discussed it like some time ago.
Surprisingly
And
good.
I think, yeah, surprisingly good. I keep telling like this to people about like, you have to watch this. It's like, I know that it doesn't look too exciting, but it's not only about Ralph Fiennes. Ralph Fiennes carries it, but it's like everyone else around. I think that he elevates them.
Yep.
You know, and that's like not that common. So perfect. But I also think that it's going to be Timothy Chalamet for a Complete Unknown. I think, as similar to Ariana Grande, I had a feeling that it's like this is the bone for a bit more of a younger audience. About like we also recognize like this trend.
Plus, the Academy gets to honor Bob Dylan, who is like a counterculture, subversive.
Yeah. Oh, one correction that I want to do. Jeremy Strong doesn't play Donald Trump in The Apprentice. Is that the supporting role? Like the one that it actually plays is Sebastian Stan.
I think you said that. You just said a movie that shows Donald Trump. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. I wanted to clarify just in case, because now I thought, did I say that it was Donald Trump?
No,
He's not. Yeah. I think that they won't go that far. I think that they're like fine with sending like a gesture, to that, like a fuck you note, but no like a fuck you.
Exactly you.
Yeah. Alright, so let's just go with best adapted screenplay, and I think that that's for me. The nominees are Conclave, A Complete Unknown, Emilia Perez, Nickel Boys, and Sing Sing. For me, and best adapted screenplay, who should win? I think that is Conclave, and honestly, I'm going to go with Conclave too for who is going to win.
Oh wow, that's those are good guesses. Those I feel good about those. I didn't pick either of them, but I respect you for that.
Yeah. I was going to go with Nickel Boys because I heard like good stuff about it, and it may be. Sorry for saying this because I think that there are not too many nominees. That there are like people of color. Well, Cynthia Erivo, I guess, but not so much that it could be like the one that it says, hey, let's just like saying like some recognition here. I think that American Fiction was like a similar case about like, hey, let's just go with the screenplay, But in this case, I had the feeling that Conclave is way better because one, the acting, but also like the script. I felt it's like some parts are a bit more far-fetched, but doing like this script that is super engaging in this very limited setup is that it has like a lot of merit.
This is a very interesting category, to be honest, because it's there's so much here. There's like, well, let's not get into it. But interesting category. I respect your choices. I think that Emilia Perez should win. Now, the listeners can't see Jose's face, but he's in a shocked, judgmental kind of mode. I think it's a pretty good screenplay. I liked that movie. I don't make any apologies for it. I think it should
So, like
win.
the part that sorry, I want to clarify. Like the part that elevates this screenplay is when they have that song towards the beginning when they are singing about like penis and vaginas.
Yeah, it's that one line that should win it the Oscar. Was
Okay.
that? Yes.
Yeah, that's like what it takes it home. Okay.
I appreciated the screenplay. I think that it's interesting and different and new, and it should win. What I think will win is A Complete Unknown, and for the same reasons that I think this film is going to get some award, and it's either going to be, or maybe it'll be both, but I think it'll be Timothy Chalamet in the screenplay.
I mean, you also mentioned Edward Norton.
Yeah, but I hadn't seen any of the. I picked Edward Norton. I haven't seen any of those performances, so I don't know about that category.
That's fair. You didn't pick the movie. You picked the actor.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's fair. So, best original script. Do you want to go over the nominees?
Yes, I do. So the nominees are Anora, A Real Pain, The Brutalist, September 5, and The Substance.
Who do you think that will win? Who do you want to win? Sorry.
So I'm going to go back with Anora should absolutely win screenplay. I think it's brilliant. We've already reviewed it. We've talked about it nonstop. I won't go into why, but it should. I do think The Brutalist is going to win Best Screenplay.
Oh, interesting.
Best Original Screenplay.
So, Very less original screenplay, yeah. So for me, who do I want to win is also Anora. I also, similar to what I was saying with Conclave about like making this like an entertaining thing in that setup. In Anora, I had the feeling that is like writing a script that is 2 hours and a half, I think, like through 3 different genres, basically, is like, this is a impressive achievement, and just making it work. That is like, true, the acting is also amazing and other pieces, but yeah, that should win. What I think that is going to win is The Substance.
Oh, for best original screenplay?
Yes, it's going to be like the originality of it's like, oh my god, there is like a social commentary here that is so timely for right now.
That would be quite an upset. I think that would be very interesting. It would be disappointing to me personally. Well, let's watch this category. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always like curious about it because I can see the logic for going with something like this. That's the reason why it's nominated, So it can be an interesting part. So let's just move to Best Director. Let's just move to the big ones now with the big points.
Final three.
Best Direct. Yeah. Oh God, sorry. Is that my? I'm checking through IMDb and things are like completely out of wacko. Best Achievement in Directing. The nominees are Brady Corbett for The Brutalist, Jacques Audiard for Emilia Perez, Sean Baker for Anora, Coralie Farjit, I think, Coralie Farjit for The Substance, and James Mangold for A Complete Unknown. I feel like the director of Conclave has been snubbed pretty hard. But that's a different question. Between these nominees, who do I think that is going to win is Sean Baker. Who do I want to win is Sean Baker for Anora. Once again, making this work, these 3 acts, 2 hours and a half, is incredible. Who do I think that is going to win? I think that is going to be Coralie Farjit for The Substance.
Wow, you're going for interesting. There's going to be a bunch of furious texting tomorrow evening.
There is. A part of me was thinking like, it would be hilarious to just do like a live reaction. But yeah, it's 3 hours, it's late, so let's just go with this.
All right. So I agree. I think Anora should win, and I completely agree with everything you just said about it. My fear is that Anora, what you said is too nuanced for the Academy to appreciate, so they won't vote for it. But The Brutalist, so I think Anora should win. Sean Baker should win for that. I think The Brutalist is that monolithic, typical sort of thing that the Academy is comfortable with recognizing, so that's what I think will win. Brady Corbett for The Brutalist.
Yeah. I think that at the end, everything boils down to which Academy are we getting this year? Are we getting the Academy of... everything everywhere all at once, that they want to be like a bit more modern and hip, or are we getting the one of the Green Book?
And like, was Will Smith allowed to vote this year? Was he not? I just didn't know how to fill out my ballot, so.
Oh God. Okay. Let's move on. This is not supposed to be an attack to the Academy, because it's like at the same time we're saying that this is like gay Christmas, but at the same time it's like we hate them, or gay, I feel like we don't trust it. Okay, yeah. What kind of Christmas is gay if it's not bitchy? What about Best International Film? Do you want to go over the nominees?
Yes, I do. If I could find the nominees, where are they? There it is. So the nominees are Emilia Perez. Why am I reading that? You should be reading that. Emilia Perez. Flo. The Girl with the Needle. I'm Still Here. And The Seed of the Sacred Fig. So, I think you're going to make a face again, but I think Emilia Perez should win. I don't apologize for it. I'm not going to say any more. What I think will win is I'm Still Here. Because there's been we've talked about it, this late surge in kind of attention for that film, which is great, but I think it's gonna get the award.
Yeah, I think that who do I want to win is I'm Still Here. Who do I think that is going to win is I'm Still Here. I didn't watch like the rest of the nominees. I'm only watched like I'm Still Here and Emilia Perez. The rest I just read like the summary was the trailer, and in all of them I decided it's like, I'm good. I don't feel like too enticed by this. I think that for right now, I'm Still Here is a more socially important movie. And that's going to have like more of a trend. They're already recognizing it in other categories, but I think that that one is like the more clear to me when you have like so many nominations.
I agree with you personally. It is a more socially important film. I believe what the general opinion is right now, that politically trans issues are more important right now. That's why I think Emilia Perez should win, is because it's more relevant. That's the reason anyway.
Okay. So you're saying that is like from the perspective of who do you think that deserves?
No. Sorry, I thought you just said it was the most socially important film. Is that what you said? Politically important?
Yeah, but yeah. Okay, but there is a bit of a drawback. There is a yes for trans issues. Yeah, Emilia Perez should be more important. The problem is like everything else around the movie has been a mess.
Circus, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's not only about like, dude, is that this is very frivolous to a tragedy, and we actually like discuss. I'm Still Here is also about like disappearance of people in a totalitarian regime. In the Emilia Perez case, it's not a totalitarian regime, but it's about like narcos and other gangs like just making people disappear. Is that one of them feels like pretty serious, pretty heartfelt, and the other one feels once again like a musical number about penis and vaginas.
Yep. Well, there was one of those.
Yeah, and Selena Gomez trying to talk Spanish, speaking Spanish. So yeah, this is going to be like an interesting category, but I think that I'm Still Here is the one that is going to go away with it. Okay, and let's go over the last one. Best Motion Picture of the Year. That the nominees, of course, now there are 10. So Wicked, The Substance, Anora, Conclave, The Brutalist, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, Nickel Boys, A Complete Unknown, and I'm Still Here. For me, who do I think that deserves to win is Anora. Who do I think that is going to win is The Brutalist. And we already touched on it. I think that is like the classic flavor, and we're going to get a mixture of classic flavor and modern flavor from the Academy.
So I picked the exact same. Anora should win. The Brutalist is the easier, more obvious choice for the Academy. They're both, I think, solid choices, but Anora should win. The Brutalist will.
Yeah. A part of me regrets not watching The Brutalist, but those 3 hours and a half, I had the feeling that it's like I can watch them whenever.
Honestly, not that I'm asking you to, but it would be more interesting for me to have you watch Emilia Perez, because it's the more controversial one, and I feel like you're going to land hard on one side of the argument.
Emilia Perez?
Yes, I think you're either going to like come back.
But we watched it. Yeah, we watched it and recorded about it.
Oh, yeah. So wait, what is the other one that you haven't seen? It's The Brutalist?
The Brutalist. Yeah, and The Great Unknown. I haven't watched it.
I felt like there was one other big one you hadn't seen. Oh, well, forgive me then.
No. I also watched Wicked. I wouldn't say that it's going to
so
win.
I guess
that would be like a bit bizarre.
Wicked is the only big gap Wicked, and we both didn't see A Complete Unknown.
Yeah, but the rest are a bit more like, how do you say, they don't have like so much exposure. So for me, it's like the winner like of this year is probably I'm thinking that it's going to be like more distributed this year than other years. That is not going to be like a clear winner, and it may be like a mixture between The Substance and The Brutalist, like the two big winners. And the big loser is going to be Anora and Emilia Perez.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it's a bit sad, but
I will commit now. If A Complete Unknown wins 2 Oscars or more, I will watch it.
And this is recorded. There is no way back. I'm not going to be editing. It's for posterity. You could watch a Bob Dylan biopic.
And this is not an official category. This was not something we included. But if I get a vote, The Wild Robot should win animated feature. It's the only one I saw, but it's really good.
It's pretty cute. I was in a bar talking with a bartender yesterday, and I was telling her, like, yeah, you should watch it. I mean, don't expect your life to change, but I am super happy that we live in a world that a watercolor can become an animated movie.
I do too. It makes me feel happy.
Yeah. And to everyone out there, thank you so much for listening to us. Is that we will be like just coming back like pretty soon with the follow up with the results.
Like, subscribe, watch the Oscars tomorrow, and we'll have another episode soon where we talk about the actual results of the Oscars.
Bye.